Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. I hope you all are doing good and I welcome you all on another video which is going to be again on one of the most important reports that we have. So here we are going to talk about one of the flagship publications by UNFPA, which is the State of World Population 2025, which is titled as the crisis, the real fertility crisis that there is when it comes on to the global perspective. So the name itself says many things. So here we are going to talk about what the fertility crisis that we are seeing, in the coming period of time, that we are expecting in the coming period of time when it comes on to the global context. So firstly, starting, before we start with it, I'll discuss with you the basic, concepts which are related to it. Very basic concepts. जैसे fertility rate क्या है, उसके बाद हमारे पास demographic dividend क्या है, replacement level क्या है. So we'll discuss each and everything before, and only then we'll jump on to the exact analysis of this particular report. We'll also see the perspective of India, that where is India standing, what is the replacement rate here, what is the total fertility rate, are we good in demographic dividend, as in when it comes on to demographic dividend specifically, are we good in it, or the situation is turning somewhere else. So we'll analyze each and everything, but before that, firstly I'll start with the demographic dividend beta, फिर उसके बाद we'll analyze each and everything. Okay, so before starting it, we have one thing, a reminder for all of you beta. On 21st of June, we are going to conduct one session for all of you only, since the exam is approaching, and we all know that if you want to be very clear, be very specific with your exam beta, you have to ensure that your path is clear. Okay, so Anil sir here will guide you each and everything about the path, as in 60 days plan के बारे में हम discuss करने वाले हैं. यहाँ पे timings as well as the date is very important to consider. So you people have to remember that the date is 21st of June and the timings are going to be 4 p.m. So all you need to do is, the link is there in the description box. You have to go there, check it out, register yourself, and all you need to do is to attend this particular session. Now starting with the basic terminologies. So we have total fertility rate and everything with us. But before that, what is demographic dividend? I have repeated it many a times beta in my PIB sessions as well as in my static portion classes also, that beta when it comes on to demographic dividend specifically na. So I'm not here to take one, I would say that from the economics perspective only, I'll not take very tough lines here, but I'll simplify it for all of you. Okay, so basically जो demographic dividend है बेटा होता क्या है कि if one country is there, okay, if there is one country where young population is more than the aged population, then that country is considered to be a part of demographic dividend. Now considering that why it is the case, why it is important to consider if you have a young population or the aged one, because you people have to remember beta that when it comes on to aged population, that is just a liability on one country. How? Because when an individual gets aged, so उसके ऊपर पैसा लगाया जाता है, ना कि वो जो है हमें पैसा जनरेट करके दे रहा है ना. हमें उसको पेंशन भी देनी पड़ेगी, गवर्नमेंट को पेंशन भी देनी पड़ेगी, and that particular individual will not be able to generate revenue for the government of India and for the economy as well. So this person, when it comes on to aged population, this person is considered as a liability for any country. Specifically when I talk about young population beta, this is an asset. Okay, young population is considered as asset. Why? Because this is the population which is going to work if that particular individual is very much able, very much capable in skills, and that particular person is generating income also, then it is contributing towards the development of an economy, and जो government है उससे revenue ले रही है rather than paying to that particular individual. Taxes collection तो उसी से होगा ना, aged population से young population ही जो है वो taxes वगैरह pay करेगी. So for the government of India as well as for the economy, your young population is an asset. And if there is any economy who has young population more than the aged population, then that particular economy comes under the category of the demographic dividend beta. As simple as that. Okay, this is demographic dividend. Okay, I hope you people have understood the concept. I have not gone into the perfect lines, into the perfect meaning, but I have tried to simplify it in as much as simplest I can. So I have try to simplify it. Now, I hope you people have understood the demographic dividend. That is the first concept which we understood here. Next, what is important is your total fertility rate. अब total fertility rate बेटा क्या है? जब मैं total fertility rate की बात करती हूँ, so this is an average number of children that women can give birth to. जब उसकी पूरी reproductive अगर मैं age की बात करूँ, so उसके time पे कितने average number of children को women is capable of giving birth, that is your total fertility rate. So this is the average number of children that women will have during her lifetime. Now it is measured in terms of children per women. Okay, so this is what is known as your total fertility rate. Next concept that we have is the definition here. So total fertility rate is refers to as the average number of children a woman is expected to have during her reproductive years, that is right from 15 to 49 years. Okay, so this is what I've already discussed. Then you have a replacement fertility rate. Now the definition here is, I would say that it is tough in a manner for those individuals who do not have any idea about it. But अगर मैं इसको बहुत simplify करके बताऊँ ना बेटा, अगर हमारे पास दो पेरेंट्स हैं, है ना, वन वी हैव मदर एंड फादर, उनके आगे दो बच्चे हैं, और जो दो बच्चे हैं दैट पर्टिकुलर विल दैट दोज चिल्ड्रन विल रिप्लेस, जब हमारे इफ one generation will be gone, then the another generation, okay, that two individuals will take place. So it means two are gone but two are here. It means there is a balanced that is created in our economy. So that is your replacement level. Okay, replacement level fertility. So it means कि अगर दो गए तो दो हमारे पास present है. It means they are putting what, they are generating stabilization in an economy. If the level is more than what, if the level is more than 2, ओके, जनरली हम क्या लेते हैं, 2.1 लेते हैं, क्योंकि देर आर वन इंडिविजुअल कैन डाई, वन चिल्ड्रन कैन डाई ऑल्सो. हो सकता है कि किसी देर आर इंडिविजुअल्स हु डू नॉट वांट टू गिव बर्थ टू अ चिल्ड्रन, सो वी कंसीडर, और हम जो एक्स्ट्रा क्या लेते हैं दैट इज 0.1. ओके, सो व्हाट इज आवर रिप्लेसमेंट लेवल बेटा, दैट इज 2.1. बट अदरवाइज अगर हमारा रिप्लेसमेंट लेवल 2 से ज़्यादा है, ओके, if our replacement level is more than 2, so it means there is more of the population in economy. जो हमारा स्टेबलाइजेशन है वो नहीं है, पॉपुलेशन जो है वो ज्यादा है रिप्लेसमेंट लेवल से, दैट इज नॉट अ गुड थिंग. ओके, इफ इट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 2, if it is equivalent to 2, that means more. If it is equivalent to 2, that means there is stabilization in economy. Okay, दो गए और दो हमारे पास प्रेजेंट है. If it is less than 2, if replacement level is less than 2, so it means that there is the decrease in the fertility level that is going on. Okay, और अभी के situation क्या है, that is this only. Okay, that is this only. That means जो हमारा fertility rate है that is decreasing over the period of time, and that is not a good thing for any of the economy. चाहे वो इंडिया की बात हो, चाहे वो जापान की बात हो, चाहे वो किसी भी economy की बात हो, that is not a good thing for us, है ना. Now, considering that any economy will have more of the aged population and less of the young individuals, that is not a good thing. Who is there that is going to generate assets? Who is there that is going to earn revenue, for the government as well as for the economy as well? So this is not a good situation. We have to ensure that stabilization is maintained, and we are also going to analyze the situation of India in the coming slides. Then we have is a birth rate. Okay, birth rate refers to what? The number of babies that is born per 1,000 people in a population in 1 year. Now, why I have taken it into consideration? Just to tell you about the difference between birth rate as well as total fertility rate. Okay, so हमने total fertility rate में क्या देखा कि जो average number of children है, जो एक women जो है bear कर सकती है, फिर birth दे सकती है during her reproductive age. And what is birth rate here बेटा? The number of babies that are born per 1,000 people, okay, in a population in 1 year, that is known as birth rate. So these are the important concepts that we have. So we are done with total fertility rate beta, we are done with replacement level, we are done with the birth rate, and we are done with the demographic rate as well, demographic dividend as well. So we have read just 4 concepts here. Even if you find this news in the newspapers also, these are the 4 concepts which are repetitive in manner, so you will not have any problem now to recognize the news as well as to recognize the concepts. Okay, now we are coming on to the analysis of this particular report. So I've already told you that when it comes on to the report specifically, so UNFPA has released one flagship publication which is the State of World Population 2025, and जिसका टाइटल क्या है, that is the real fertility crisis. Fertility crisis का मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा कि यहाँ पे जो replacement level है ना, that is going below 2. Okay, अगर 1.9 भी होगा तभी भी इट इज़ एन अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन. अगर उससे कम है, अगेन इट इज़ एन अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन कि जो बर्थ रेट है दैट इज़ नॉट स्टेबलाइज इन अ मैनर, जो रिप्लेसमेंट लेवल है दैट इज़ डिक्रीजिंग, एंड वी विल सी इन द कमिंग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम मोर ऑफ द एजेड पॉपुलेशन देन द यंगर वन. दिस इज द perfect analysis of it. Then the report underscores the shift in the demographic, the global demographic patterns, and emphasizes the need to prioritize our reproductive autonomy and address unmet fertility aspirations over the alarmist concerns. Now, what is specifically referred in the, in this specific report? There is no stabilization. If we see, then there are individuals जहाँ पे कुछ areas हमारे पास ऐसे हैं, कुछ areas हमारे पास ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे जो जो replacement level है वो ज़्यादा है, that is more than 2. For example, we have Bihar. Okay, there the replacement level is more than 2, and we have some areas also where the replacement level is low. And now, what are the factors behind it? If you see the specific report, then a lot of individuals have written this thing that we do not want to give birth to a child since lot of things are there. Geopolitical tensions है, ठीक है, तो हम जो आने वाले जो हमारे offsprings हैं, why to give them problems? Then we have climate change also. You see that how global warming is increasing day by day. We are not able to go with this pattern. So people are in this manner that we do not want to give this particular problem to our offsprings also. So that is the reason they are not giving birth to any children. Then we have the other things also, as in specifically the economic stability as well as the inflation also. महंगाई बहुत है. People are not able to survive in any of the economy, in any of the area. They are not able to balance with their day-to-day expenditure, and they are not able to think of next person coming and to bear all of the expenses, all of the expenses of that particular children, of that particular child. So this is what, these are the many factors behind it, and also there is a need to work on them so that we see that replacement level should not be decreased by 2, because this is going to impact, and this is going to impact any economy that is very badly, and these are the many factors behind it. महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा है आजकल. We see that before the 20th, before the 20s, as in 2000 जो हमारा वाला फेज चल रहा है, 90s की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so उस टाइम पे अगर एक इंडिविजुअल भी अर्न करता था, that was very much enough, है ना. Even when I talk about early 2000 वाला phase, 2001, 2, 3, 4, ये वाले phase में भी if we any family had one individual earning in that particular family, that was also very much enough. But now you see the situation, if there are 2 individuals earning in a family, that is also not enough, because to meet the expenses, you have to ensure that your regular income is in lakhs if you want to meet the expenses, as in to give the children expenses, to meet the day-to-day expenditure of family, to to handle the kitchen and everything that is there. Okay, so it is very important that we balance the expenses so that this fertility rate is not hampered out of it. Now, what are the factors behind it? So, which I already told you, that there is a widening in the gap. Okay, we see in one area the fertility rate is, the replacement level is more than 2, and in one area the replacement level is less than 2. So we have very imbalance here, and we need to balance it. So यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया है? Specifically, the report says that almost 1 in 5 individuals report having fewer children than they desire, indicating a serious as well as often invisible fertility gap. So this is what is important here. Okay, this is one of the pointers which is important here. Along with that, it is also seen that 1 in 3 adults worldwide have experienced at least one unwanted pregnancy. So that is the reason I have told you that we have lack of awareness, maybe lack of awareness of the contraceptives, maybe lack of awareness of the other methods also, which can eradicate this problem. So we have very, very imbalance in an economy. We see that one individual and few individuals, few areas do not want to bear a child, and few are the areas which are having unwanted pregnancy. So these are the many factors, and proper knowledge behind it is very important. चाहे वो contraceptives की बात हो, चाहे वो inflation की बात हो, चाहे वो misinformation की बात हो, चाहे वो बाकी चीज़ों की बात हो, चाहे वो हमारी society की बात हो, चाहे हमारी economic issues की बात हो, everything comes here. Now, next important factor behind it, and next important conclusion that it gives is financial barriers to fertility realization, which I just told you कि जो इन्फ्लेशन है दैट इज़ सो ह्यूज कि हमारे पास अगर हम अपने डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस को मैनेज करने की बात करें, सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू मैनेज आर डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस ऑल्सो. सो हाउ वी कैन थिंक, हाउ वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट कि हम जो ऑफ स्प्रिंग्स है उनके एक्सपेंसेस जो है वो ईजिली मैनेज कर पाएंगे. Now coming on to job, jobs part. So that is also very unstable in a manner. Then coming on to the day-to-day expenses, which I already told you कि जो हमारी cost of living है that is rising day by day. एंड उसके बीच में हमें हेल्थ जो जो हमारे पास हेल्थ केयर है, फिर जो एंटीनेटल केयर, एवरीथिंग दैट इज ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी, सो वहाँ पे भी कॉस्ट लगेगी. फिर उसके बाद जब बच्चा जो है देन व्हेन इंडिविजुअल दैट पर्टिकुलर चाइल्ड विल टेक बर्थ, इट विल ऑल्सो it will also get some cost. So उसके ऊपर भी खर्चा लगेगा. then उसके बाद जब वो बड़ा होगा उसकी स्कूल का खर्चा, कॉलेज का खर्चा, प्लेसमेंट का खर्चा, शादी का खर्चा. We have a lot of expenses that is associated with it. Along with that we have limited access to affordable housing as well as child care. Now considering our specifically when it comes on to the houses, when it comes on to the land specifically, it is so costly in a manner that individual, if that particular individual, if a middle class individual has to go and purchase some any of the house, then उसकी सारी जो इनकम है वो सिर्फ हाउस परचेज करने में ही लग जाती है. दिस मच these are the expenses that we have today. So accordingly people are avoiding to give birth to any child because they are going through these many problems. Okay, now this is a primary deterrent to achieve their desired family size, and these are the few factors that are behind it. Okay, then we have regional fertility disparities and in context. So when it comes on to the national total fertility rate, it has declined 1.9. So this is our now India's perspective. Okay, this is India's perspective कि जो हमारा total fertility rate है that has declined to 1.9. So I shout very loudly ना कि बेटा we are rich in demographic dividend, but in the coming period of time we will not see such situation. So if we are rich today, we have to ensure that we are we are just utilizing this resource that we have. Because अगर ये सारी जो demographic हमारे पास dividend है, अगर ये skill set अगर इनको properly मिल जाता है, so हम जो है हमारे जितने भी social issues हैं, we can come out of that. So here what is the news that now we are at 1.9. The replacement level here is the total fertility rate has declined to 1.9, which is below the replacement level, that is 2.1. Okay, now what are the significant when it comes on to the significant regional variation persistent, the state Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, they are high fertility, they have high fertility rates, and urbanized states like Kerala, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, they have sub replacement fertility. So there is an imbalance here. कुछ जो areas हैं वहाँ पे high fertility rate है, कुछ जो हमारे पास areas हैं वहाँ पे जो fertility level है that has not even that is all that is again less than the replacement level, that is 2.1. Okay, now we have multi-dimensional obstacles to fertility goal your fulfillment. One is your economic instability, so concerns about employment, concerns about your housing costs, concerns about cost of living, concerns about the other things. Okay, maintenance, everything that is associated with our day-to-day expenses as well as cost, as in the economic things, the economic stability, the economic instability that we have. Okay, similarly the lack of financial stability compels many families to delay or forego childbirth, and gender expectations result in women facing a double burden of care responsibilities as well as diminished earning potential also. So एक women के लिए भी we have social issues also, we have economic issues also. When we are not able to manage the expenses, वहाँ पे एक gender biasness जो है women के ऊपर जो है एक suppression जो है वो डाल दिया जाता है कि हाँ हमें तो लड़का चाहिए ना. This is again one of the another suppression that is on women. So this is also which is specifically mentioned in the report itself. Then we have limited access to quality reproductive health care. अब अगर मैं बात करूं कि यहाँ पे वी हैव स्पेसिफिकली पहला तो आ जाएगा एक्सपेंसेस का, कि अगर हमें पूरी, अगर मैं एंटीनेटल केयर की बात करूं, सेकेंड थर्ड ट्राइमेस्टर की बात करूं, अगर मैं प्रेगनेंसी पीरियड की पूरी बात करूं, सो वी हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ वुमेन, चाहे वो न्यूट्रिशन की है न्यूट्रिशन में हो, चाहे वो रेगुलर चेकअप में हो, चाहे वो पोस्ट बर्थ रिकवरी की अगर मैं बात करूं, चाहे वो मैं प्री बर्थ पूरे प्रोसेस की बात करूं. सो वी हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ वुमेन एट ईच एंड एवरी स्टेज. ओके, दिस इज associated with what, giving birth to a child. So we people are here avoiding it कि इतना खर्चा जो है वो एक अनदर जो हमारा जो कॉस्ट है वो बढ़ जाएगी. सो वी आर अवॉइडिंग गिविंग बर्थ टू अ चाइल्ड. नाउ वी ऑल्सो सॉ दिस थिंग दैट there is an imbalance. We see in some region there is the fertility rate is increased by replacement rate, and in few regions the fertility the fertility rate is declined by the then the replacement level. Now, what are the factors behind it? Again, the healthcare, the contraceptive, the lack of awareness among individuals. So this is when it comes on to instability. Now, to achieve stabilization, it is very important that people have knowledge, people have proper understanding about it. So we have the inadequate sexual and reproductive health education that is compounded to misinformation. Along with that, we have high cost of assisted reproductive technologies that make intervention inaccessible for many. Along with that, we have socio-cultural norms and gender roles. So what is the what it says that fertility decisions are often socially regulated rather than the पर्सनली ड्रिवन. सो बहुत बार आपने फैमिलीज में देखा होगा ना कि जब शादी हो देन दे एक्सपेक्ट कि हाँ अब तो लड़का जो है लड़के का बर्थ होगा एक फैमिली में. सो व्हेन इट कम्स ऑन टू द पर्सनल डिसीजन दैट इज लेस एंड इट इज मोर डिसीजन दैट इज सप्रेस्ड ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर कपल बाय द सोसाइटी इटसेल्फ. So this is also one of the issues which is here. Along with that, women is pressurized into the early motherhood or discouraged from the parenthood during the education as well as professional pursuits. Along with that, it is also very important to ensure that we have institutional barriers, as in we have to eradicate them. LGBTQI की बात करूँ अगर मैं individuals या फिर single by choice parents जो है and another non-traditional family units face institutional barriers and lack of recognition also limiting their access to fertility related services. So we have to ensure that when it comes on to fertility services na it should be it should be expanded in each and every area. Along with that, we have global insecurity as well as ecological concerns also. अब चाहे वो political instability की बात हो, चाहे वो geopolitical tensions हो, चाहे वो climate anxiety हो, global warming बढ़ रही है, this generation is not able to survive. So how we can expect that next generation, when the global warming will be more, the rise in temperature will be more, how will that particular generation survive? So people are also avoiding just because of this concern. Now we have population size as well as future projections. So as of April 2025 जो इंडिया की population है, now this is we are started with the India's one. Okay, हमने previously एक point देखा था. Now here we will talk about India only. हमने अगर मैं अप्रैल 2025 की बात करूँ, सो वी आर एस्टिमेटेड एट 146.39 करोड़, मेकिंग द लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेशन ग्लोबली. ओके, सो द पॉपुलेशन इज projected that 2060s में will be approximately near to 170 crore. but जहाँ पे अगर मैं life expectancy की बात करूँ, so we it is estimated at 71 for males as well as 74 for females, reflecting a steady improvement in the health outcomes. अब यहाँ पे तो हमने ये चीज़ देख ली, हमने मेटरनल मोर्टेलिटी रेट, हमने हर एक चीज़ की बहुत बार बात करी है. एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव सीन दैट इन इंडिया स्पेसिफिकली जो हमारी हेल्थ सेक्टर है, इट इज बेटर परफॉर्मिंग. बट व्हाट अबाउट द ट्रेंड्स इन द टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट एज वेल एज द रीजनल गैप्स as well as the replacement level fertility also. So it says that we are at 1.9, that is less than that. So it means कि जहाँ पे अगर मैं birth rate की बात करूँ, fertility rate की बात करूँ, so it is getting decreased day by day. Okay, year in year की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so it is getting decreased. So that is what is 1.9, which is below the replacement level, that is 2.1. And according to sample your registration system, that is 2021, जो हमारा fertility rate था, that stood at 2, suggesting that India had become specifically in areas में 2020-2021 के पास we were stabilized in a manner that was near to 2 only. But after that, post that, we have seen that it has been decreased. Okay, it is decreasing over the period of time, and that India had already achieved near replacement level fertility at the national level. Now when it comes on to regional disparities, we have already told you ना कि कुछ reasons हमारे यहाँ पे ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे जो total fertility rate है that is more than the replacement level, and along with that we have few areas which has less fertility rate that when I compare it with the replacement level. So we have one Bihar which has 3 fertility rate here, Meghalaya 2.9, Uttar Pradesh 2.7. They exhibit the high fertility rates. When it contrasts to 31 states as well as union territories, they've achieved the total fertility rate that is below the replacement level. And when it comes on to the differentials, that is urban and rural differentials in fertility rate are visible in 7 states, that is highlighting the internal demographic imbalances. So of course we need to make it stabilized in a manner. Now this is again the responsibility of the government of India and of ours also to be very aware of this thing. ठीक है, चाहे वो हर एक इंडिविजुअल की बात हो, चाहे वो बाकी खर्चे की बात हो, चाहे वो हर एक इंडिविजुअल, चाहे वो कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव्स की बात हो, चाहे वो बाकी खर्चे की बात हो, या फिर अगर मैं बाकी बात करूँ इकोनॉमिक इंस्टेबिलिटी की बात करूँ, तो हर एक चीज़, सोशल इशूज़, इकोनॉमिक इशूज़ जो है वो यहाँ पे वी कैन टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द आफ्टर इफेक्ट ऑफ इट इज व्हाट, द डिक्रीज इन टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट दैट वी आर watching here. Again with that, what is the cause behind total fertility and inequality? So high fertility in states like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh as well as Jharkhand, they suffer in deficit in education, one, healthcare, another one, economic development as well as gender empowerment also. Now conversely, if I talk about those states which are low fertility states, so like Kerala, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, they benefit from the high levels of fertility literacy, better reproductive healthcare infrastructure as well as progressive gender norms. But we also have to ensure, along with that we also have to ensure that we are going stabilized in a manner. हमें जो replacement level है, if it is going less than that, that thing is also bad. Although we are educated in a manner, everything, when it comes on to infrastructure, when it comes on to other things, everything is correct here, but we have to ensure that these resources we are using to make us stabilized in a manner and not on anything else. Okay, this is the data of SRS report 2021 where we were two here. Okay, हमने क्या देखा 2020-2021 के आसपास जो हमारा जो फर्टिलिटी रेट था, दैट वाज स्टेबलाइज्ड इन अ मैनर दैट वाज नियर टू 2. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द यूथ एंड वर्किंग एज डेमोग्राफिक, सो इट सेज दैट डेमोग्राफिक, अगर मैं एडवांटेज की बात करूं, सो वी आर विद 60% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन इन द वर्किंग एज ग्रुप, दैट इज बिटवीन 15 to 64. मैं बहुत बार बोलती हूँ ना कि हम जो है वी आर रिच इन डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड. ओके, दैट मीन्स दैट वी आर रिच इन यंग पॉपुलेशन and we have less of aged population, which is good thing for us. Okay, which is good thing for us, and accordingly we have to see that we go in a stabilized manner. We have to maintain it if we want to grow. This is one of the best resources that we have. Okay, along with that, when I talk about children, so we are 0 to 14, they constitute for 24 of the population. Now again they are liability also. अगर मैं children की बात करूँ, so they cannot work, है ना, उनकी अभी जो age है, that is to attain education, to get education. Okay, this is the age where they get educated, where they increase their mindset, as in they make their mindset, as well as they increase their that particular education also. So अगर मैं youth cohort की बात करूँ, so 10 से लेके 24 तक, so they make 26%, indicating a young and dynamic population. And elderly population कितना है, we are at the elderly population that we have is 7% only, that is 65 and above. So we are rich in it. Okay, अगर मैं यहाँ पे हमारे जो youth cohort की बात करूँ, so we are rich in here, and this is one of the best things that we have. Now what are the barriers to the reproductive autonomy in India? So one thing, that is your economic constraints. So financial limitation, 40% of the individuals are having financial limitations. This is one of the problem that we have. Along with that, in adequacy, lack of adequate housing. Most of the people are still having living in their rental houses, because affording their own house is difficult here. Although we have Awas Yojana with us, we have other yojanas with us, but still it is very much tough to get our own house. So 22% is the case here. Now when I talk about job related insecurity, so 21% is the case here. Along with that, when it comes on to unavailability of the child care, so 18%. Okay, 18% is the case here. Now when I talk about healthcare related concerns, so infertility rate affects what, 13%. Okay, 13%. Inadequate maternal health is reported by 14%. Along with that, when it comes on to psychological as well as social barriers, so 19% of the individuals report social pressures. That is significant factor here. कोई भी social pressure होगा, everyone knows that what happens in India and what orthodox thinking that people have. So this is what is associated with it. Along with that, geopolitical tensions, political uncertainty, climate change, economic instability, these are the factors which are also contributing here. Okay, now what are the policy recommendations? But before that, we'll first understand about this particular organization, that is UNFPA. So it was founded in 1969. The UNFPA is the United Nations lead agency for the reproductive health and population. Iska mission kya hai? To work specifically to ensure the reproductive rights, promote gender equality, and to give insights, and to let individuals, as in to let economies that this is your position, and this awares the government also that this is your position, and accordingly accordingly you need to work here. Along with that, when it comes on to global reach, so it operates 150 countries, prioritizing the underserved communities as in those communities which are still are having which are still having lack of resources. Unserved तो वो areas हो गए जहाँ पे कोई भी resource नहीं है. Underserved are those areas which are lacking in resources, although they have, but they are lacking here. Along with that, what is the impact? So it helps millions to access healthcare, so both safe childbirth and promote the bodily human dignity also. Now along with that, what is the core focus here, beta? So I've already told you, providing access to contraceptions and family planning, reducing maternal mortality, advocating gender equality, empowering youth people, and gathering and analyzing the demographic to guide the policies. So it is all related with the health of individuals as well as gender equality, या फिर अगर मैं demographic dividends की बात करूं. But यहाँ पे अगर मैं specifically UNFPA की बात करूं, so what are the recommendations that are given here? So first is the recommendation that we need to ensure universal access to one, to get stabilized in a manner. हमने कुछ देखा कि हमारे पास कुछ एरियाज ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे जो fertility rate है that is high, that is in 3, that is in 2.9 maybe, that is above the replacement level. So for that we have to ensure that there is full that is full universal access, that is a full range of contraceptives, maternal health, including antenatal as well as postnatal services, infertility treatment as well as counseling should be given. Along with that, safe and legal abortion services should be ensured. Along with that, we also need to address our structural as well as social barriers by tackling housing inadequacies, jobs insecurity, child care shortages also. Now we also need to extend our reproductive health services to unmarried individuals also, LGBTQIA communities also, and as well as the other marginalized group also. Okay. Along with that, we also have to ensure that there is an enhancement of the data as well as monitoring. We also have to ensure that the collection as well as analysis of the data is proper in a manner, and we also have to ensure that what data says when it comes on to the unmet of the reproductive health needs. Along with that, we also have to ensure that we are promoting a gender equality as well as behavioral change. So we need to launch one community-based interventions maybe, so that we can better perform, we can better go with the challenges, that is gender norms, promote social, shared responsibility in production as well as create a enabling environment for the informed as well as autonomous reproductive choices. Okay, so this is it. These are the recommendations which are specifically given by UNFPA, and this shows that accordingly how we can better perform in the coming period of time when it comes on to specifically decline in the fertility rate. So that is it in today's video. I hope each and everything is clear to you, beta. Now how to use it for your examination perspective, again it is important specifically for your phase 2 part, ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप पार्ट. अगर रिपोर्ट आनी होगी तो रिपोर्ट जो है आपको एक प्रॉपरली पैराग्राफ टाइप में पूछी जाएगी. अलॉन्ग विद दैट, इफ देयर इज एनी क्वेश्चन ऑन इट, ओके, चाहे वो ग्लोबल व्हेन इट कम्स ऑन टू जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी उस पर अगर क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट पे क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, या फिर पार्टिसिपेशन पे क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड पे क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, तो आपको ये सारे ये जो डेटा विच वी मेंशन्ड हियर, यू कैन जस्ट कोट इट देयर. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू यूज दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट. सो ऑल राइट, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द सेशन. I hope each and everything is clear to you, beta. Still having any doubt, you can just pin that in the comment section, and of course I'll see it. Okay, all right, now I'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much for joining it. Thank you, beta.